Invite a Budget Blinds style consultant to show you how to transform your rooms just by changing your window coverings. Canada's #1 choice for window coverings. Visit budgetblinds.ca today.
This is Newcap News with Bart Pediasic.
Good evening. We begin tonight with tragic news. Police have confirmed a fatality east on Highway 16 near Fielding this weekend. Radisson and Martinsville RCMP say a van collided with a transport truck around 11 p.m. Friday. A 35-year-old woman from North Battleford was immediately taken to hospital, where she died as a result of her injuries. Now, no other passengers in the vehicle were injured. The name of the woman is not being released at this time. Well, the Supreme Court ruling in Quebec has affected how council meetings begin in the town of Saguenay, prompting some cities, including Lloydminster, to rethink tradition. And a fall in oil prices has delayed the provincial assessment of Lloydminster's budget. City Council reporter Jeremy Thompson has more.
The meeting started off a little quieter than normal. Mayor Saunders electing to go with a moment of silence rather than the traditional prayer. This in response to a Supreme Court ruling in a Quebec town which prohibits the use of the Catholic prayer to start their council meeting.
I believe our chosen prayers were all fairly neutral. That was the design.
And roughly 4 months after Lloydminster's 2015 budget was approved, the city has yet to set a mill rate. This is due in part to a significant decrease in anticipated revenue.
There is some grant funding that we previously got that paid for property taxes that we will no longer be receiving. So those are funds that we had anticipated getting that we're not. So we're doing the final analysis on how much we are going to lose in tax revenue as a result of this change in the Alberta budget.
We'll be following these stories and more in the coming week. Reporting from City Hall, Jeremy Thompson, Newcap News.
We're less than a week away from the kickoff to the annual Jamin Built MS Walk, and the local society is getting the word out as they officially raise a flag at City Hall for MS Awareness Month.
Nearly 100,000 Canadians have been diagnosed with MS, a rate that is nearly 28% higher than any other country in the world.
Funds raised from Saturday's walk stay in the community as well as support research initiatives. Johanna Green says researchers have been making headway when it comes to finding a cure.
There's currently a clinical trial happening here in Canada around stem cells, which is offering so much promise, potentially in addressing MS, not just for the relapsing remitting form of it, but for the progressive form for which there are currently no treatments. So it's giving hope.
Some 400 participants are already registered in the border city. Now, provincially, 14,000 Albertans and 3,500 Saskatchewan residents live with MS.
That's why we go out to the walk, is hopefully, if not for me, for the ones coming up, that there's a cure for this disease and they won't have to go through what I myself and others more afflicted than I am right now are going through.
Opening ceremonies will take place inside the Lakeland College gym starting at 8:50 a.m. on Saturday. Well, with the spring season upon us, that means it's time for some spring cleaning, and the City of Lloydminster is asking residents to help out in any way they can. Broom in hand, Mayor Rob Saunders made a visit to Rendell Park Elementary this morning, kicking off Pitchin' Week with the kids. Now, throughout the week, Saunders says street sweepers will be starting to hit local neighborhoods, and he's encouraging everyone to sweep up sidewalks and pick up litter to help the cause.
After a long winter, spring has a way of revealing all the litter and dirt that's been accumulated. And so the springtime, especially during Pitchin' Week, is a great time for the whole community to get together and clean up our city.
Because then our landfills don't get filled up and garbage doesn't fly everywhere.
And Pitchin' Week ends with the annual Household Hazardous Waste Roundup this Saturday at the exhibition grounds. Well, as the weather continues to get warmer, outdoor activities are becoming more popular. But as Jeremy Thompson reports, many cyclists in the border city say they don't feel safe biking on Lloydminster's busy streets.
Lift your chin. There you go.
Riley and Ryan Richardson prepare for their favorite summer activity.
I like it because it gives me physical exercise and it's fun.
Ray Richardson was born and raised in Lloydminster.
It's the town's not a very bike-friendly place to ride, so we do travel and come here so that they can ride their bikes a little more freely.
I don't really like to like get close to cars on a bike because it kind of gets scary. I don't like to do it.
You're not very appreciated if you ride a bicycle on the street in Lloydminster. There's a lot of traffic and a lot of aggravated drivers when they have to deal with bike riders on the road, and I've experienced that over the years multiple times.
Practice safe riding is extremely important. To do that, you need to utilize hand signals. You should be wearing a helmet, and you should be paying attention and watching for other individuals on the road.
As the RCMP say, communication is key when riding a bike, so it's important to know the hand signals. But how many people actually know left turn, right turn, stop?
For left, I believe it's left is this.
Left? That is stop, actually. That's right. That's left.
This would be right-hand turn. Sorry, this is right-hand turn. This is left-hand turn, or this one. And if they go like this, they're slowing down and stopping.
What about if you were stopping?
I saw his uncle do it.
That one's not bad. Well, it's not a monkey.
It's right, left turn, and if you're making a stop.
You don't know what anybody else is thinking when you're on the road, right? So, especially with someone on a bike, they're not very protected, so you try to give them as much space as possible.
You need to keep in mind that not everybody will see you, and you may appear quickly to them and they won't be able to react as quick as necessary. So your safety does rely on you.
Jeremy Thompson, Newcap News.
Coming up, we introduce you to an area art display using nothing but recycled materials.